How's it going, everybody? Well, giving this here a second. I'm got my laptop out. I'm trying to make sure everything's coming up here online. All right. Wait for a few people to see who all comes over and checks us out. If you're used to seeing me, you're going to notice that this is a total different location. Wait for a few people to see who. I'm actually out of town and just playing on the East Coast. Oh. Alright, let's see, one watching. I think that's myself. Let's see here, guys. Looking to see if I have my chats all up and going. It's just Jimmy, buddy. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Craig? Well, even if it's just one person, somebody can always watch a little bit later. Well, I figured I'll start the first little bit off just on the Q&A. So if you guys have any questions or anything I can answer, y'all want to talk about, granted we have an hour, so we can burn up the whole hour, or if this only takes 20 minutes or so, that's fine too. But if you guys have a question or want to know something, let me know, and we'll see what we can get answered. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Like, that's fine. It's kind of a weird angle because I'm having to use the phone and the laptop. It's not my normal setup. Oh, well, I'm still getting used to, like, the live stream. Let's see. Making sure everything works right. Hey VT, yes, I actually just got a phone call and was told that just came in the mail. So as soon as I get home from work and dealing with what I'm doing here on the East Coast, I'll get that worked out and sent back to you. If you will, after I'm done with this broadcast or tomorrow sometime, text me the address that you need that package to be mailed back to, because the post office blanked out your address on the envelope. So if you just give me that info, here in an hour or tomorrow sometime, I'll make sure I get it all filled out and I'll get that work done for you, sir. Oh, Craig, can't wait for the A2. Oh, man, dude, definitely. I've actually got an email out tonight, and I made a phone call earlier, just checking, seeing where that's at, actually. But, yeah, the A2 will be awesome. Just if anybody's not familiar, if I didn't mention it at SHOT Show, granted, I've been sick and it's been a month and trying to get everything going back around. The new A2 MF is only going to be a 9mm to start. SteyR's not making it in any other calibers. So, the upper, because MF stands for modular frame, the upper is removable, and if you have a 4th generation 40 caliber, you can put that upper on the new A2 platform and shoot 40 caliber. You'll just have to completely change out the upper slide, barrel, recoil spring, and the magazine. But if you want that ability, or you want to build one, since it's a modular frame, you all might want to look into trying to buy up the size the M, L, and C, and so you can have an extra gun if you want to carry one all the time, or if you just want to take your existing one and make it modular to switch over to the new 5th gen. But that is one issue. I don't think I made it apparently clear, or I was getting all the technical data at SHOT Show. So just an FYI, if you're looking to wait for a different caliber for the A2, you're gonna wait a little while. SteyR's only doing it in 9mm. Can you make it to Texas? VT, I don't believe I'm going to be making it there. I'm actually doing some snow teaching and driving assessments for my day job. So no, I don't think I'll be making it. I believe you told me that was the first week of March. I'm actually not going to be available for a little while, so I don't think I'll be making it to that show. March 1st and 2nd. Yeah, no, I'm probably not even going to be back until like the 3rd of March from what I'm doing right now. So I don't think that was. Granted, I know you told me about it, but I'm in planning and just my normal day-to-day things just didn't make for making it work out. So do apologize. Do have fun, man. Shoot me some pictures if you need anything. I mean, you can always give me a call. I'll help you out with whatever you need. If you need someone with technical data or a question. Okay, guys. Well, since there's just a couple of us, I want to start this off on. Oh man, I keep saying I don't like doing that, so sorry. I want to start this Q&A off kind of towards what was going on with Benchmade, but I want to make it perfectly clear because I've had someone go onto my site, YouTube and Facebook and everything. They've kind of talked a little bit about it. I've gotten some PMs of, are you going to take down your video from SHOT Show? First and foremost, my video from SHOT Show has nothing to do with the current situation with Benchmade knives. I mean, it was an interview I did there, so I want to make that perfectly clear. I mean, that's fine if you want to comment on my videos, you want to talk to about it, you want to send me a personal message, but belittling a company or trying to shame somebody into removing content, I don't understand why. It was an interview. It talked about product. I did a bunch of videos like that. And as I stated before, I do videos on stuff that I buy, that I like, that I spend my money on. So I want to make that perfectly clear. So I'm not removing my video. I mean, I'll comment, and I believe there's a comment I need to respond to. I'll get to that as soon as I can, which will probably be this weekend. So that starts that off. My second part of what's going to lead into this Q&A, and granted, guys, I'll take any questions you want. This is me talking. I'm not repping a company. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm going to speak on my own behalf. I will make that perfectly clear. My channel does that. If I put out someone's information in a video or do work for somebody, I make it perfectly clear that I'm doing work for them or this is their official statement. So we just want to make that clear so no one thinks I'm being paid to put out a video or do something. The Benchmade knife for Bacol PR nightmare that's going on. I mean, guys, like right now, I have one. This is my day-to-day knife, my Benchmade, and they actually checked it out at SHOT Show, got it resharpened and torqued all the screws. So that's my personal blade. I mean, I bought and paid for it a couple years ago, actually. I keep seeing everything, and I've seen this issue, and it's kind of drove me a little nuts. One, because I've been a customer of Benchmade. I'm second generation customer. My father actually used when he was around was a dealer. So, I mean, I know the company. I mean, it's a USA company. They employ US people. They do things. I don't want to talk the politics of it, but I do want to take a moment to kind of think and ask a question and post something, because I've seen no one else doing this, and this bothers me on this bandwagon of moral outrage and jump down someone's throat. It just left, right, and you guys know I don't really like doing the politic thing, but I mean, I kind of want to go down this rabbit hole with this particular one. Everybody's jumping on Benchmade like they did something wrong. Now, give me a minute. Let me explain my point of view. I'll take y'all's. I'll answer questions, or we can politely debate this. But Benchmade didn't go out and confiscate anyone's guns. They didn't infringe on anyone's rights. So, I mean, if you'll actually go, which I have, and I'll post on my Facebook page, I'll actually post or reshare their actual statement. They didn't confiscate, they didn't help, they didn't go door to door. I mean, they didn't do anything like that. The local police department asked Benchmade could they use their facility and tools. So, to back up just a second, that state, that county, that city, their law requires guns to be destroyed when they're confiscated. Now, I don't know the reason for confiscation. I'm assuming that drug dealers, murder, type atmosphere is what they confiscated from. But even if it's worst case scenario, those firearms were confiscated and taken under state law and jurisdiction. And why isn't anybody asking, one, to be mad at the local jurisdiction or the police department if they've done something wrong or infringed on someone's rights for it? But to start off, those guns were seized. They talked about it. The other part from the police department, from Oregon's PD, which I'll find their statement, those were gun buybacks, or someone brought them to the police department and asked them to have them destroyed. They were turning firearms. Now, I've seen posts and people talking about, they need to sell them. Well, that's not the law there on that side of the country, or for them. I mean, their actual law. So the police department was following the law, the rules, regulations that they're sworn to do. If you agree with that, that's personal opinion, but the actual letter of the law says that those guns had to be destroyed. Also, the confiscated ones were there on court order. So everybody being upset and saying that Benchmade's done something wrong. I mean, Benchmade sells knives. They don't sell guns. They don't do anything in that nature that I'm aware of. And like I said, I've bought blades. I'm second generation, buying stuff from them. So first and foremost, letting the police department use their facility and tools, the guns were going to be destroyed anyway. And now someone posed, well, would you let them burn wads of cash, or take, brand new cars, would let them be destroyed? Well, the U.S. government does that every day. It's called drug seizure money, or trafficking money, damaged bills. They burn currency all the time. Down in Florida, I've driven past over towards Orlando and Lakeland area. The DEA has a great big burn pile out there where they burn all DEA seizures. I've seen airplanes being burnt. So, they do that. Cars and stuff, when they find a drug dealer or someone trafficking or doing something, they crush cars all the time. So, it being a firearm is kind of irrelevant on the personal property, atmosphere. Now, I can totally understand if somebody had something taken and unlawfully. I get the personal property. So, a gun aside, it's property. But you have to look at the laws and the regulations that they have to obey and go. And I don't understand why no one is... I'm trying to think of a nice, polite way to say this. God gave you a brain, It's between both ears and your eyes to read stuff. I constantly, and I've seen the last 24 hours, which is just... It's sad to see the industry and the bandwagon jumping of, they do this and they do that. Like, okay, but look at the fact of the matter. A police department that they sell to, that they support, their local law enforcement, fire department, their local government that's there. I don't care if it's left or right. They support the one that's there. They live with them. They live in that state, that community, and they have to see those people day in, day out. They came and asked, could they use a tool or use their building? Would you be upset that they go down to the local oil change store and get the car oil changed, that they use in high-speed pursuits or something? They used a tool. Now, the PR side of it and what the police department posted, trust me, that was... I'm hoping it wasn't malicious, but that was just really bad and stupid, just because it caused this issue. But take a moment and look at it. Now, I've talked to a few people in the industry today because I didn't know how I wanted to do this video and really put it out there. I didn't want to be a bandwagon jumper and let's talk about Benchmade to get views and clicks. Sorry guys, I'm still fighting this chest cold. But why isn't, and this was brought to me by a buddy of mine. He's in the industry. He writes, he builds stuff and does everything for the community. He posed a really good question. Why aren't people upset at the chief of police for not trying to do something different? Why aren't they upset at the prosecutors or the judge that made a court order for the confiscation, no matter what the circumstance was, right or wrong? Now, like I said, it kind of gets into the legality of their state to start with at the top, the county, the district, the city, or the constable that's there. I mean, if people really want to show some outrage, and I'll be right there to support with you, because I think the law sucks. I mean, that's my personal opinion about it. I mean, I think if you have a gun confiscated and you're not charged with a crime or you're not convicted of one, that's your personal property. It doesn't matter if it's a car, a boat, a firearm, or your cell phone. That's your personal property, and you should get it back. Now, I know laws don't work that way. I actually happen to have one of the people that follow me here on the channel. I mean, he's dealing with Chicago on a stolen firearm. And a year and a half later, they're still telling him, it might be a year or two, we'll talk to you next week, call back. And he can't get an answer out of them. Now, he's trying with 2 states over personal property that was stolen. So, I mean, I have a little background, towards this, and it sucks. But don't jump on a company and try to railroad them or badmouth them because they let them borrow a tool or let them use their office. Now, granted, Benchmade could have said no, and I'm pretty sure from now on they're gonna say no. But just to jump up and down and have the horrible reaction, what's going on, and nobody actually having a calm head and going, what did they do? They use their facility and tools. I mean, it was a legal action. There was nothing illegal about it, at least for the information that is out there. That's on the Oregon Police Department that Benchmade put out for their statement. I mean, I have their statement over here, and I'm checking to see the other one. I mean, they put a statement out. It's on their Facebook page. February the 20th at 11:52 p.m. So just before noon on the 20th. If you guys want to read their statement, I mean, it's right there. They talked about for the confusion and stuff, and that they were complying with the Oregon City Police Department. They don't sell, they don't transfer. I mean, the law out there, I mean, they have to follow it. They can't just turn a blind eye to it, because if they did, then the other side would freak out. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the law is black and white. I mean, let's everybody go by the same set of rules. Granted, I know that's kind of optimistic, but let's go that route. But I will pose a question to everyone that does get to see this video. Please comment, because I'm going to check my local jurisdictions and stuff. Why don't you go ask your police department how that process works? I mean, domestic violence, they take your firearms. I think child endangerment, they take them. The new red flag laws that they're doing. I mean, there's a ton of stuff. Why don't you talk to your local police department and ask how that works? And if you don't like the response or the answer that you get, I would push that you need to start talking to your legislators and change that. I mean, Chicago's going to be one. Oregon, the West Coast. We already know for the gun community. You already know the areas that's really bad in. But I'll bet you'll be surprised in rural areas. The local good old boy and thing. To do it. So I'm gonna catch up here real quick. I see I got 2 comments, guys, so I'm not ignoring you. I just want to make sure I get these. Okay, Benchmade should have said no, plus follow the money. Greg, yeah, that's actually going to be my second point to this. The politics side of stuff. Yeah, I don't understand, and granted, I've emailed to ask, since I kind of do a little news and industry type stuff, just not fully reviews. I'm curious on my own merit. I'm wanting to know why they just didn't go to the city yard, where they do vehicle maintenance. I mean, City of Oregon, I know has to have snow plows, construction equipment. I don't understand why they just didn't go there to do it. Why they made a publicity, thing to go to Benchmade. Now the money side, and that brings into the second part of what I keep seeing is everybody wants to jump to go to put their politic view into it. When I say politic view, I mean if you're a liberal, if you're a Democrat, you're Republican, just anymore, everybody seems to be left and right. And you guys know I don't go down this road. I've even commented about it. But you start off on an action about, Benchmade working with the local, police department, which, 24 hours earlier, if anybody said, hey, Benchmade, I mean, that would be the first thing that you would really want to talk about. It's like, man, they support the military. They support their law department. There's no issue. I mean, those guys, what do you need? So in a matter of 24 hours, because, they asked and we need some tools. All this started. I've seen the information be put out about how they support one side of a political party. Okay. I mean, they live there. Maybe that's the lesser of two evils. Now, granted, I don't know. I don't live there. I don't deal with that on a day-to-day basis. So I honestly, when I speak on this particular issue, it's just me. But those people live there. They pick who they want. Maybe it is the lesser of two evils that they have to deal with, or maybe there's just not a really good choice. So, I get it. But if you ask yourself, if you strictly just go into, open source information on what companies support what, I can tell you real quick, everybody in this country, if you just choose left or right and stick your head in the sand, you're going to go hungry, or you're going to be, without clothes pretty quick. So, I understand support those that, that you want to. And granted, there's some stores I won't shop at. There's some businesses I won't go to. I won't spend my money there. And that's my choice. That's your choice. That's the American way. But for an issue over, can we, use your tools and then instantly go into start tossing around someone's political views? That's two separate issues. And we can talk about it, but people need to understand it's two separate issues. If you don't like a company for their political view, but you like their product, that's a moral choice. So, I like I said, I do pose the question. You guys go out, let me know. If you can find out for your, what the state statute is, or your local, if you guys want to let me know, please comment or send me a message. I'm gonna kind of follow up. I'm gonna actually talk to Benchmade, since I met them and actually got a contact information from SHOT Show. I've sent an email trying to get a little bit more information about it. But if you guys see if you see on that side of it, find out for yourself. Let me know. Comment. Tell me what you think about it. The second part that I really want to emphasize is, guys, Benchmade's an American company. They keep American people employed. They build a good quality product. 48 hours ago, everybody that if you mention Benchmade, they tell you they're expensive blades, but they work. They do a good job. Nothing's changed in that. People are just upset because they worked with their local law, Leo, followed their state law, their state rules, a court order. So, maybe not put all the blame. You can blame them. Bad decision. They could have said no. But why don't you think about the judge that wrote the court order? Why don't you talk about the senators, the Congress people, the state legislator that made that law? Those are the people that really you should be kind of, pissed off at and upset with. If you're not from there, you can be mad, and that's fine. If you actually live there, those are the people that you need to go see. You need to talk to. You need to have that changed. If that's what the people want there. But check in your own communities and see, you might actually be a little surprised. So that's what I wanted to say about Benchmade. I'm really not trying to say left or right for one. I'm just saying use what's between, here. I'm trying not to be, rude or condescending to somebody. But, take a moment. Just don't jump on a bandwagon. Actually check it out. So that's what I want to say on it. I'll get back to actual questions, answers, talk about SHOT Show or upcoming videos or anything else you guys want to talk about for a little while. If you don't, we'll call it a night, and I'll post back when I get the good info, or when I actually get a response. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to check and see. I got So I'm in Texas. Hold on, guys. This thing was asking about, it was asking me if I wanted to show comments or not. You guys know I don't hide comments. I don't delete stuff. As long as you're not being rude or, belittling somebody, which, in 2 years I've deleted one comment and I actually tagged the person. So, VT, okay, you posted up. I'll have to read that link and check it out. The ones to blame are the politicians and nobody else. Check who voted. Yep, I'll do that. So, Craig, you're in Texas, so Oregon. Yeah, I mean, blatantly and to the point. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been there. I mean, I've been out. I've been out to the West Coast. I've been to Oregon. It rains. It's like what I've been dealing with last week. It just rains all the time. But it was pretty back in the '90s when I was there. But yeah, definitely. Texas is more total gun friendly. But check out or ask if you're curious on the subject matter. Check out state forfeiture laws. Like if they suspect you of drugs is a really good one, or if you got too much cash. I'm from Tennessee, and there was a bad story a number of years ago about a county in Middle Tennessee that was really using the state forfeiture laws. If they said you had more than like $5,000, they suspect you of drug dealing, and they confiscated it all, and you had to go to court, and 6-7 months later. So it was just like a really horrible thing. You guys can look at the videos. Just type in like Tennessee forfeiture laws, and it was a really, really bad thing. I mean, there was tons and tons of news articles about it a number of years ago, and enough people complained, and they got that fixed, and police officers went to jail, and departments were changed, and policies were changed instantly. But that was in central Tennessee over by Nashville. Well, thank you, VT. I mean, like I said, I didn't want to create a video just going out and trying to jump on a bandwagon. I did want to, yes, I want to put my opinion out there, and it really bothered me because I know the company and I know the people, and I just saw them. Actually, I actually met you the day I was doing interviews and stuff. So I mean, I just saw these people and talked to them, and that's the way they're being portrayed. It's really sad that everybody jumped this bandwagon and just wants to beat somebody with a stick without taking a second to actually think and go for it. But I mean, I tell you right now, if you met any of these people that work for Benchmade, especially like when I was at SHOT Show, I mean, they were extremely nice telephone numbers. I mean, just from my personal experience, I mean, their media person that I actually talked to, that I did my interview, my video with, made sure my wife had a chair while we walked around and talked, made sure she had something to drink. I mean, these people are just sweethearts. I mean, these are the people you want to do business with. So, I mean, I am upset that this happened. And granted, it's of their own making for the PR side of it. I just want people to understand and think for a minute. They didn't do anything wrong. I mean, it's a gun and it sucks. But like I said, they followed their state law, their local law, and a judge's order on how these are. And let's not forget, some of these were actually turn-in guns. So, I mean, residents, this is what they asked for. They asked the police department to destroy these. They did not want them going out. They didn't want to sell them. I mean, those people did it. I mean, why aren't you mad at somebody that went to the police department and says, hey, I got this shotgun, which the picture actually shows like an SKS and a shotgun. There's something else, I can't figure out what it is, but they turned that in, and they said, we want this destroyed. So I mean, it sucks. Okay, let's see. We're talking, the Springfield. Yeah, that's Springfield was an odd one. And you guys, Craig, I like Springfield. That's a pistol I've kept for years and everything. I still have one. Actually, I have two. My wife has one and I have one. I love their firearms. Granted, I'm not big into the new E model, the XDE, but yeah, that was a bit more than a PR. Oops, that was some manipulation, but at the same time, that was a business move, and somebody was thinking business, not business and keeping customers. So, granted, I am not up to date on that one. I know a little bit about it, but true. Granted, I haven't seen a new one I'd want to buy recently, but at the same time, it's a quality piece, and if I wanted an older one or saw one, I have no problem buying it. VT, see Texas. Okay, well, I mean, VT. I mean, you're talking about Texas. They're trying to do the same thing. Granted, guys, we all know, or at least gun community, motorcycle community, hot rod cars and stuff. I mean, you guys know if it happens on the coast, it's just gonna go straight towards the center of the country. So, I mean, granted, not to say if you don't live there, don't worry about it, but you can see the writing on the wall. I mean, it eventually happens. It just kind of washes from left to right through the country. So, I mean, if you know someone that lives there, or you have a way to fix that, I mean, you can believe in the voting system or not, but I mean, that's the only way to really fix those issues is, you're going to have to vote on it. You're going to have to, tell them that you're unhappy. Okay. Texas. Yeah, they're trying to see. Let's see. They're trying. We'll see what happens. No, I mean, Craig. I voted this last time I voted. Really got more political. Not so much for the channel, but myself, my family. I mean, I make sure my family understands what's going on, and they ask my particular thought process, but no, my family votes, and up and down, left and right, how what works best for us. And I mean, I recommend everybody do the same. I don't care what your political belief is. Vote for what you guys believe in and what you think is right. I mean, use a moral compass. I mean, you don't have to talk to your neighbors. You don't have to deal with those people. You have to deal with your own moral compass and your family first. So, I mean, understand that when you all vote and when you think about laws and stuff. Yeah, I mean, call, email. I mean, I've done it. I mean, trust me, the last presidential election, I'm also really big for the Hearing Protection Act, and was hoping with that. And trust me, I aggravated the living out of every Congress, every senator. I mean, everybody from a mayor's level up in Tennessee, because I didn't know, and I was trying to find out who all my reps were. I just went through the list. I emailed everyone. I mean, I emailed some that live in Knoxville in East Tennessee. And granted, I mean, most of them responded with, "Hey, I'm not your rep, but if you'll go here, you can get their information, or talk to this person." But I mean, when those laws were coming through, when they were trying to do gun stuff here that I didn't believe in, I didn't think it was right. I mean, I still email them. I still go through Facebook. I'll tell you one thing that actually works really well is get on their Facebook and send them a private message. You'd be surprised how often them people actually, it's not a handler that watches their Facebook. It actually rings in their pocket. Well, I was kind of surprised. Actually, I've talked to a few of them. Granted, nothing in depth, but I was surprised how quickly you hit a response and someone actually responds back, and you can have an actual chat back and forth. Okay, well, let's see. You guys are asking some questions over there. Granted, I'll have to post a picture on. I'll post it on Instagram through Facebook and stuff. I do want to do a shout out to one of my subscribers. I'm going to not say his whole name because I haven't asked him or told him I was going to do this, but we're going to say Mr. H from New York sent me a t-shirt of his local shooting sports club, which was really comfortable. It's kind of nice. It's got a flag system that goes on the front. I'll post a picture of it, but hey, I really do appreciate that. Didn't know how to really think about, because I got asked, "Hey, I need your address. I'd like to send you something," which I thought was different. I mean, normally I'm used to sending out cards or targets to people or something, or helping them with a part, but it was really nice, and I do appreciate it. I thank you so much. Granted, I know I got it like a week ago or a week and a half ago when I was back around by the house, in and out for work, but I've actually worn a few times. I've got a picture, and I'm going to post it on Instagram and Facebook. So I will tag you in that, and I appreciate it. It was really, really nice. So thank you, sir. VT, are you back in Texas, or are you still out of town? Oh, okay. Well, glad you're back. I know you were on travels, which has got to be weird since I'm watching text and doing a live chat back and forth. But hey, I can ask questions. It's my show. I can do what I want. Granted, I really don't like this office space that I have here. It's like way too cramped. But it works. It's quiet at least. Well, I'm gonna do a shameless plug. Y'all know about that I'm doing a range day, right? Yeah. So, July the 7th. No, sorry. Wait, I screwed that totally up. We'll do a retake because this is live. July the 6th in Nashville, Tennessee, I'm hosting a range day. So, if you all would like to come out, the Steyr community, you don't have to own one, you just have to like them. But if you guys want to come out and shoot some Steyrs, you can actually shoot my TnSteyr Glock Killer, which is the 357 SIG with all the lightning cuts and the slide modifications that I built through Ranger Point Precision. You guys can come out and you can shoot it. I've got an AUG and might have some other cool stuff. But the really awesome part is Steyr Arms USA is going to be attending, and they said they would bring some of their armory toys. So they're going to have I should have the new A2 pistol by then, since it'll be July. It'll be out, it'll be on the market. You guys can actually buy them. I'm working with a few companies. We're going to try to do some promos and some specials. But Nashville, Tennessee, July the 6th at Royal Range USA, which is right off I-40 on the east side of Nashville. We're going to do it. We're going to hang out. We're going to shoot for the afternoon. I've got the range rented out. I was asked a question from another YouTuber that's supposed to be coming around to cover the event. He asked what you guys need to bring. ID, of course, because you got to check in with the range and do the paperwork just so you can shoot on the range, waiver form. Nothing big. You guys need to bring eyes, ears, your personal piece if you guys want to shoot, show something. I mean, bring your Steyr stuff, show it off to everybody else, and ammo. You can bring money to buy ammo or bring your own, whatever you want. The toys I'm bringing, I will let anybody shoot them. You can have all the fun. You can shoot them as much as you want, as long as you supply the ammo. So 5.56, 357 SIG, and 9mm will be the primary stuff. But if you guys buy ammo or bring it, you can shoot the stuff all you want. So I'll keep posting and get more information. There's going to be a big email blast going out. It should be up on some other websites. I'm working with some other YouTube people trying to check it out. Let's see. Oh, sorry guys. Message come out. Oh, VD, you'll be there? Awesome. Well, I will actually have some really good deals from somebody that we know together that is from your neck of the woods. Working details out. But guys, for the companies I've got, Casey Birchwood, they're sending targets. AR 500 is sending some steel targets to play with. Ranger Point Precision's doing stuff. Steyr's going to do stuff. It's going to be a whole day, and everybody that's kind of supporting and helping, I don't want to say sponsor the event, but people are donating some stuff for us to, enjoy a range day. Said that they're going to really help out, do stuff. They'll work with people as much as they can. So that's if you go on Facebook, just type in TnSteyr Range Day or Nashville, type deal. It's on the site. I've got it pinned up, and it's just gonna be a fun day. Afterwards, after it's all said and done, we're done, wrapped up for the day. I am gonna be live filming and shooting video. Granted, I'm gonna shoot my gun, but I'm gonna be doing some live pictures, talk to people. If you guys, want to say hi, that's cool. You can run around. But we are going to go have barbecue afterwards. So if anybody like to socialize afterwards, we're going to go have some local Tennessee barbecue. So that's at least the game plan. So I know it's a few months away, but mark your calendars. July 4th weekend. It is July the 6th, Royal Range, USA. And it's going to start right about 1 o'clock. So from like 1 to 4, 1 to 5, we're going to play on the range. We got the afternoon session all taken care of. So come out, come shoot, come hang out. Oh, man, we're really getting on the barbecue. Which one's better? Oh, rats. I don't know. Man, I'm from the South, and I grew up on Sonny's barbecue. But, man, I've eaten some good barbecue going out there towards Dallas. Oh, there's a place. Where's it at? It's probably 50 miles before you get into Dallas. If I can remember the name, I'll post it. But man, they've got some good barbecue. I think I actually ate there or passed by it when I went to SHOT Show. I don't know. I don't know Tennessee barbecue or Texas barbecue. I don't know. I think we're neighborly at close. I think it's almost the same. Oh man, Vinci, you guys are from Texas. You're gonna stick together anyway. Hey, we can at least kind of rag on. I don't do Kansas City barbecue. They just put sauce on stuff. It's too messy. That and their slaw's kind of funny tasting. They don't use mayonnaise. They use vinegar. It's kind of funny. I don't know. It's not my thing. But I mean, I'm always down, dude. I mean, I didn't get this big by eating tons of salads. I like them, but nah. Oh, good. At least we can agree. We don't like our Kansas barbecue. Great. I'll get some flack for saying Arkansas. Well, I'll give you guys a warning. I mean, I've been yakking and going back and forth here about 40 minutes. So I mean, we are limited to an hour. So depends on how much more you guys want to hear me talk, or you want to chat back and forth. It's fine with me. After this, I'm gonna post some pictures and I'm gonna do a bunch of video editing. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, man. This place I'm thinking of for after the range day, I mean, they've got some good ribs, and they got cornbread muffins. So I know my wife really likes the cornbread muffins, but I've got a thing for their ribs. They got some dry rubbed ribs that are just awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. Now I'm gonna have to go eat here soon. Now that I'm talking about it. Well, I'll plug a company or talk about it. If y'all seen the new RMR from Ranger Point? And that came out this week. Anybody buy one, get one yet? I'm not home. I don't know if I've got one waiting or not. The wife won't tell me what came in the mail. So, anybody get one yet? I saw pictures. I got to play with it before, but that's out there. If you guys weren't aware, there is a RMR that fits on any Steyr pistol, and you don't have to cut your slide. So that was something new and exciting for new product stuff. Well, guys, I'm not thinking of a whole bunch more really to talk about, and sitting here just in dead silence reading, checking on stuff seems a little odd. So I think it's don't worry, we'll try it. It's food, as long as it doesn't try to bite you back. If not, you just gotta bite it harder. All right, Craig. Yeah, I'm about to end this here pretty quick, man. Okay. Well, fellas, like I said, if you're catching this kind of on the tail end of the chat, I was just expressing a personal opinion, what I thought of a situation, and trying to shine a little light on it. Hopefully, you'll take a minute, check it out, and think about what I said. Please go back more to the beginning of this chat and rewatch it. Talk about it if you're catching it here at the tail end. But I'll definitely have to say on myself personally, my Benchmade's not going anywhere. I'm keeping it. It's a good company. I support American products and people. I mean, granted, I don't have to like their PR or their, oops, but I will be supporting Benchmade, and I think they're a good company. So please take a minute, kind of don't go through Facebook reading comments. Please take a moment and actually read the facts. Read their actual statement, and ask the city officials and people, why were things confiscated? Why are their laws written that way? If you live there, that's your responsibility. If you live there, you should look into that if you're bothered by it. For all of us that aren't there, it's a good learning experience. It's a good mental note to find out what goes on in your own community and in your own departments and people. So kind of take 2 minutes and think about it. Let me know what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Do I make a point, or was this just too much rambling? Alright guys, well, I'm going to go back to video editing and put out some videos for this rest of the month and post pictures. I'm here. If you need me, email me. You guys can reach me at TnSteyr@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can private message me, and we'll be doing a contest, and I'll announce it through the social media side, but there is a contest coming up for 500 viewer on all 3 platforms. I'll be doing a giveaway. So keep an eye out, let me know, and I'll keep you all informed. Alrighty, good night.